7% Rotten Tomatoes and it has a 55 on Metacritic. I get it.
Yeah.
But
It's not for everybody.
it connected with me and it's different.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I could say more about it, but for some reason his movies just, I like him so much more. He was a protege of Larry Clark. And I think his movies like Kids and Bully are just like, I don't know, they kind of represent. I still can't shake them. I feel like they're quite. I
Yeah.
watched Kids when I was like 13. I never should have done that. And then Bully, I can't. Nick Stahl's performance in Bully, won't leave me. And I feel like he's kind of reprehensible. His behavior and everything he's been accused of. But Harmony's been able to go take that style, the natural style, and make it more mainstream and not gross
Yes.
and not
Yes.
exploitative. And that's why Beach Bum's number 2 for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny you kind of compared it to Sean Baker, and it is that way of like taking these little niche communities, groups, and everything and making them more fun, exaggerating them, but making it still feel like lived in a way. Like it didn't seem too far out from what you would see in a Tampa or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
on the outskirts of Tampa. And yeah, this is one you broke that streak, but it's fine because, well, I guess we broke another streak because I actually have watched this one, the Beach Bum. Love all the things you said about it, but yeah, that's what I said is like you made amazing comparisons and it's one of your favorite movies, so I couldn't, you said it a lot better than I could. But yeah, I see all those comparisons you're thinking about and then just like kind of elevating them, for a wider audience, but not in a way like, oh, let's make this more like a crowd pleaser for everybody. Like they're still like have a bizarreness and challengingness to them, like we talked about with the audience, not just like, hey, let's take kids and make it like for everybody. Like, it's
PG-13?
still not for everybody,
Yeah.
which is great. It's still original and like something you haven't seen before. And yeah, I mean, it makes sense that everyone doesn't love it, but yeah, I think it's a great movie. One of the ones I have seen as well.
It's 90 minutes.
Um,
That's it. It's just a 90-minute picture.
yeah,
It's sorry
those
to
are always
interrupt.
my,
It just blows my mind, and it feels longer than 90 minutes, but it's not because it's like the Odyssey with Moondog going around
yeah,
experiencing different
yeah,
things. But
legend.
yeah, I adore it. So yeah, I wrecked the
Yeah,
streak, but hey,
McConaughey's
unexpected.
incredible
Oh yeah,
in it as well. Well, funny enough, we talked about number two already at the beginning of the show, which is Spencer. So I know I'm very 2021, 2019 and on. It is a new studio. I think it started in 2017. So as I'm getting around to it, yeah, Spencer, which we talked about at the beginning. I guess I kind of said everything I needed to about
yeah.
that, but that's my second favorite. And I said it was my favorite movie of this year. So, and it's my second Neon. So I have a one that I like really adore.
Oh man,
But yeah,
I don't know what it's gonna be. I what's interesting about I'll do one. I'll jump on my number one, but we've already talked about that too. But for me, Spencer, I was transfixed watching it, but I just haven't thought about it much after leaving the theater. So that's why I
yeah,
didn't make my top 10 because I guess if I had to do best, I'd put it on there. But I don't even know what best means.
yeah,
That would be I'd be a wreck if I had to do that. But uh, I just haven't thought about it much. So I think that's why it didn't make my
yeah,
top 5. But it's a beautiful movie. It's magnetic. It's like I would be happy if it was nominated in all the categories. I really would.
yeah. I
Um,
think it deserved a few more. I mean, I think it deserved picture, cinematography, and score along with it, with the Best Actress nomination. It only got one. But it's funny you actually say that because I watched it once. Like I haven't like craved watching it again. I haven't been like I have to watch that again. I can't wait to watch that again, like some movies. But like I just like loved that experience and what it was. But funny enough with Spencer is it's not a movie when, with us, a lot of people ask us for movie recommendations, I'm sure, your friends. And I really hold off on recommending Spencer to people
yeah, same.
because I'm just kind of like that's like you're not going to enjoy that. Like you just might not enjoy that. You know what I mean? I did once again for all the reasons I said at the beginning of the episode. And like I said, I think it just really like cast a spell on me. And then I don't see it getting any Oscar noms or number one on anyone else. So I'm like, that's mine then. You know what I mean? I have to be,
Yeah.
different, but it was there for a while. And I just like thought so many times, like, I'm going to move it. And I'm like, like something in me. I'm like, I can't. Spencer's number one. That's
You're
what it
taking
is.
long walks on beaches and you're like punch dancing like Kevin Bacon in Footloose. You're just thinking,
Yeah. Yeah. So
that's
yeah,
why.
it's interesting you say it didn't stick with you because, like I said, I'm not like rushing to watch it again, and I'm not rushing to actually recommend it to anyone either. But that's my second favorite Neon, favorite of 2021. Beautiful movie. Go Kristen Stewart.
Oh yeah, she's so good in that movie. All right,
I
so
really hope she wins too. It'd be really cool.
oh man, who's gonna win? Who's? Oh, it's gonna be Olivia Colman. People love her. She's the odds favorite right now. She's
Oh, really? I
yeah.
thought Kidman might be.
Oh no, being the Ricardos.
That movie was awful.
Man, I was Sorkin must like they Sorkin has something on someone.
Yeah, yeah, he does. He definitely has something on somebody because I don't know how that got there. But like Kidman too, I love Kidman. I think she's the greatest. But with loving someone, it's also being honest with them. And like she was terrible in Nine Perfect Strangers.
Oh,
And
that movie went down. You liked it at first, right?
the show, Nine
Yeah.
Perfect
Did
Strangers.
you like it at
Yeah.
first?
At first, I was just kind of like, this isn't good. I hope it gets better. And then it got worse.
They wasted Sam
Um,
Weaving in that show, man. I don't know why she was in that show because I love her in Ready or Not.
yeah, and the cast was incredible, and like they made them all look like bad actors. Like it was really, I don't know what it was about it, but yeah, being the Ricardo, same thing. Like it was just so once again by the book, formulaic that like J.K. Simmons, Bardem, and Nicole would all get nominated for acting performances. It's like I love J.K. Simmons, but like he was just like one noted, same exact
Ugh.
thing pretty much came out of his mouth every time he talked. The movie was just forgettable besides for like being bad. And she looked like Lucy, I guess had a good voice, but I don't think the script like gave her anything to really
Mm-mm.
act off of as a best performance.
Yeah, J.K. said, I'm grumpy, but I kind of have a heart of gold here. Let's go to the bar. You know,
Yeah.
and then, but I occasionally have glimpses of niceness. Yeah, but then I'm grumpy again. Like that, and then Oscar nod.
Yeah. Yeah. How's that better than Anders and Worst Person in the World
Oh,
or even like Vincent Linden and Titane?
jeez Louise. Oh man. Yeah. I don't think I could ever begrudge. Like it wasn't up to him for winning it, but I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
It's just I don't know. But yeah, so I guess my number one. Actually, I want to do something. My wife sent me her number. She's been watching all these with me too, and
Oh,
so she
perfect.
watches a ton of movies. So she sent me her top five as well. So I wanted to read them out.
Yeah.
Megan joins me on this show a lot. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, the episode I listened to of you guys was the 2021 kind of wrap up, and you guys crushed it together. I loved it.
yeah, she's the best.
Yeah, I feel like me and her had very similar tastes as well.
No, yeah, we'll get you back and we'll get her on and we'll do
Yeah.
another rep. So she sent me a list. It was Petite Maman, Little Mom, number 5. She had 6 movies, but it's she said there's only 5 numbers, so it counts. Then number 4 is Apollo 11 and The Biggest Little Farm. Number 3 is Pig. Number 2 is Wild Rose, and the number 1, which is my number 1, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Yeah, Celine Sciamma is 5 and 1 on her list
Yeah,
here.
two, yeah.
And Apollo 11, you
Yeah,
know what's crazy? I bought Apollo 11. I watched Apollo 11, and it floored me. It floored me when I watched it. I was like, "This is beautiful." Bought the Blu-ray, but I just haven't thought about it since. So I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know why I didn't put it on my top 5. I just haven't thought about it. Like, but Portrait of a
Yeah.
Lady, it's always there. I have the criteria. Like, I bought the Criterion.
It's incredible.
You know, even Spencer brought up old feelings of Portrait of a Lady on Fire because of Claire.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
come on. And I love everything that like, and even Little Mom or Petite Maman, like that made me think about Portrait of a Lady on Fire. It's just on my mind. And like you said, like it's that movie that the prestige film. It might be the best film on the list, whatever that means. But yeah, it's just so live and it's so just like, you watch the shots and you're just saying wow, wow, wow. I kept saying wow while watching it.
Yeah.
And I wrote a review for it, and I immediately went and researched the cameras that they used and how they did it and how they shot. And the artist, she would work 16 hours a day. The artist who did all the paintings, it's her hand doing all the painting in the movie. And so
Yeah.
just the amount of art that was made to create it. Also, Valerie Garlino's in it, and she's from Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2, and I love those movies. So
Yeah.
anytime she pops up, I'm cool with. But yeah, that's my number 1, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. And so,
Heck yeah, that's amazing.
yeah.
And like I said, that was one that I think sprung this because I talked about it and how no one had watched it, and I recommended it since it's on Hulu for free. And we're like, man, we need to talk about that. And I was like, dude, I feel you threw it out there like twice. I should do an episode. I was like, I'm here.
Nice.
So that's how this happened. Dude, I'm glad your wife put in Biggest Little Farm.
Yeah.
I'm really glad because that is kind of a segue into my number one
Ooh.
in a way, which here's the connection. Neon has amazing documentaries, right?
Oh, I know what you're doing. I'm not gonna say it. I think I know.
We have maybe, yeah. We have amazing documentaries. And what I want to say, this is a very niche category, but Neon has the holy trinity of farm documentaries.
Yes.
Like farm documentaries is a thing, and they have the three best farm documentaries I've ever seen. Actually, probably the only three farm documentaries I've ever seen. Biggest Little Farm being one, which is amazing.
Amazing.
I love Biggest Little Farm. Like I love when it started that I was like, oh my God, we should build a farm. This is amazing. You get little pigs. And then by like 20 minutes in, I was like, holy shit, this is a nightmare. This is crazy. But the way they show nature is a force, but also like, it was amazing. I tell everyone to watch it. If I had kids, I would show them that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want a kid so I can show him Biggest Little Farm. Like it's beautiful. He probably has to be a little older because there is some, the terrors of life in it, of nature as well in it. But,
so many roosters die.
yes, but if we're talking like the most fire farm docs I've ever seen, the second one is Gunda, which is
Beautiful.
It's a silent documentary that really just follows a pig as the main character, and it's just this quiet, still, beautiful, just follows this pig in a character. The pig can't talk, but like it's the pig the whole time, what they're doing, the babies, how they live, and then it ends in a certain way that makes you. But like that's another one that just blew me away, and that's from Neon. That's a farm documentary as well. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, the final those like final 3-4 minutes.
Yeah. When it comes together, but every shot you're just like mesmerized, like looking at it. The black and white is like, sometimes black and white, it's like, of course they made it black and white. Like, why? Like this just looks like it's perfect. I was just mesmerized the whole time watching this. Paul Thomas Anderson loves it.
Pure cinema.
So yeah, but the best to me, and this I guess is a farm doc as well because it's about beekeeping, and that is Honeyland from 2019. And this is about the last female beekeeper in Europe, an old school beekeeper, like farming beekeeper, like walks miles to keep her bee nest intact and feed it and make sure it's this and all on a certain time. And this is a North Macedonian documentary. And this is like to me why documentaries were like made, like because it's like this is one where I'm watching when it's like real life is stranger than any fiction I could see. It's more beautiful than any fiction. Like you couldn't make this character. It's the main character. She's a female beekeeper. And you couldn't make this character if you tried. Only real life and years, and experience could make this character and her mom and the people in it, like the scenics, like only nature can do that. Only real life can do that. Sometimes when I'm watching, I just can't believe like I'm on the same planet and like we live in the same planet. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like, I'm here like watching you on like a nice TV, like on a couch with my cell phone. And like, how are you like on this planet?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's otherworldly. And it was just one of those things that like just opened up my wonderment, but it's like fun and it's so charming. And she still just lives like a normal life. Like she, in her mind is just, that's all she knows. She's a normal person. She wants to be beautiful. She wants a husband. She wants, to go to the local village party and find it. Like, it's amazing. And it has like it like builds a narrative, I feel, as well as a documentary. It is a documentary that was nominated for Best Documentary Feature in 2000 for the 2019, 2020 Oscars. It was nominated for documentary feature, but also international feature.
Oh.
So that's always big to me when like you never see documentaries compete with, like live action
Mm-mm.
scripted